that music makes me happy. And I was thinking before we started that in all the time we've done the show, which spans over a decade.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, 94. I always start talking. I don't think we've got one episode where Rob goes, "Okay, welcome to the show." None of that. Like, I have been relegated to that guy. Like, I'm the sidekick. I've always been the sidekick.
That's right.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lounge Show. The Lounge Show is filmed before a live studio audience. You know, back in the day, the first time I ever remember hearing that phrase live before a live studio audience was All in the Family.
Happy Days was mine.
Okay, so generally the same era.
Yep.
And I always, like, my brain couldn't comprehend the before a live audience because I didn't understand the definition of before, meaning like in front of. I only understood it in terms of time. Like, well, how do you do a show before a live? What do you mean? What, before live audiences were invented?
Okay. Yes, you weren't thinking. You were very linear in your thinking.
For a very long time. It took me.
You know, it's funny though. The Dick Van Dyke Show was shot in front of a live audience, and yet they never laid claim to it. They never said it in the. Somebody somewhere said, "You know what? We should say that in the intro of our show, like Happy Days are all in the family." But actually, the Dick Van Dyke Show was shot in front of a studio audience.
Well, there you go. See, now already the listeners have learned something, which they probably already knew.
And not from the sidekick.
No, all the quality content comes from the star, the master broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Scott. Rob Scott, ladies and gentlemen, that's correct. And so, yes, it's the return of the lounge.
The problem with this lounge is I am in control of nothing but me. Bob has all the buttons today. We are doing this coast to coast.
That's correct, and that's the way we're going to be doing it. And in fact, though, I pretty much was in charge of the buttons before, wasn't I?
No, well, yes and no. You set and rigged me up with a laptop, and I had access to at least music. You did most of the sound effects. You did the studio audience and the door slam and glass break and tire squeal.
Jive ass John.
I had access to some. I had access to some music, like Moon. No, but see, Moon Carry and all those. That was you too. But I would usually have a. That's
right. I remember now. We were using that cart machine program, right. And you would be like remotely doing something. It was quite a setup. I mean, we really.
And yet we couldn't play a CD. It was always so fun that it could do anything. It could split the atom. We could send we could send your dog to the moon. And yet we couldn't play a CD.
CD schmeedy. You're the only one who uses them anymore. Anyway.
I am. I was thinking about that because I'm going to come out and visit you. I've threatened to do that, but I've really got it dialed in now. And I'm going to bring a couple of CDs. And when I do, I heard you in my mind's ear today. I was going to the grocery store. I'm listening to a CD. I go, this is one of the ones I'm going to bring Bob when I come out and visit. And I thought, you're going to give me crap. But the thing that I found fun about it is that you would say to me, well, why can't you got all those tunes on your phone or on your, whatever, your portable drive? Why create a playlist when one has already been created on a CD? It's there. There's a perfect playlist there. Now you got to go find them all and drag them into some player. I've got it right there.
You hate the earth. You hate the environment. That's what it is. Let's just more petroleum for CDs, and let's just, clutter up crap. And for every CD, we need a jewel case or some paper to wrap around it. You're going to carry around your entire music collection. The thinking. You are at least one of the top 15 smartest people on the planet, and clearly, there's something a lot wiser about carrying your entire collection on something that weighs like a quarter of an eighth of an ounce, as opposed to hundreds of CDs.
I don't have hundreds anymore. I probably have tens of CDs.
Tens of CDs. So you create your own little mixes, which you could easily do digitally as well.
I know. But a CD is digital.
Okay, but you know what I mean. Like,
see, look at that. That's why I'm one of the 15, and you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. There is something quaint, huh?
I'm bringing these 2 CDs out
Okay,
because
right.
there's a couple tunes on there that I want you and I and your partner in crime, who's very musically talented, to try to emulate.
That would be Lynn Rose, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, perfect.
I didn't know if she had a lounge name. We used to, years ago, 1,000 yarn ago, we had lounge names for our significant others.
That's right.
Because neither of them were rather significant, so we didn't want to actually.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Rob
but
Scott.
you have now a real significant other, so we're going to call her Lynn.
Oh, that's a good one. No, that'll throw people off the scent of who she might
You'll
really
never
be.
answer to that,
right? So I assume there's always been. So Lynn and I have our show, Fun with Bob and Lynn, and then you and I have the Lounge Show, which has been around lots longer. But I think episode wise, Lynn and I have got the Lounge beat because, we've got tons of them.
It's not quantity.
It is quality, and that's exactly what I pack into every show I'm a part of. So it doesn't really matter. They're both astounding shows. The point is there's crossover. There's crossover. You've crossed over into our show, and I'm sure that Lynn will pop in on our show from time to time as well.
I have crossed over onto your show. We did a good one a while back when
That's
you were
correct.
here on the East Coast.
Oh.
Where we had people on the phone, and Lynn was on her she was on her phone, but she was a part of that. We did a whole 2-hour broadcast from your apartment.
Oh yes, exactly. That was
fun with Bob and Lynn. I was just a guest.
That's right. But that's when the moniker Master Broadcaster was created, and you have now become that forever.
Well, and I've got business cards. I had cards made up.
Well, that's good because without the cards, you're. Wait a minute. Are you getting a call? Oh, I'm getting a call. It's Lynn. What should I do?
She's put her on the air.
All right, hold on. That's what I'm doing. Hold on. Lynn Rose is calling us, joining us from somewhere in wherever we are. She doesn't know this until I tell her right now that, of course, she is live with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle on the Lounge Show.
She's in the lounge.
What a treat! Hey, guys.
And you are on speakerphone, obviously. But yes, after a lot of technical frustration, we finally did get hooked up one-on-one, and now we're broadcasting live. So,
the funny thing about that is we were just talking about you, Lynn.
Oh, that's right. She's not. Well, hold on. She's not going to be able to hear you. I just realized.
Oh.
Well, give Rob my love. I can call back in and mix with you guys later. I don't want to take away the special magic of Bob and Rob together, Rob and Bob.
Right. And actually, we were just, your timing is weird. We were just talking about how there's probably going to be crossover on our shows and that Lynn will join us from time to time. Cue Lynn. She's on.
Oh, funny.
That is good. So, but I just realized one of the ways that we could do it is if you called in on Skype, then I could Skype you in that way, and I think we'd all hear one another. But anyway, I assume you're calling to tell me that you're on your way home. Meanwhile, Rob is leaning back on his chair going, what are we listening to? Okay. Cell connection. That's perfect. All right. So I'll tell you what. I'll call you when we're done.
Turn it down.
Because you're...
Turn it down. Oh, this is great.
You're dropping in and out. Okay, babe?
You're breaking up, Captain.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Well, have a great show, guys. Can't wait to listen to it later.
Okay.
And we'll continue the fun in other ways as well.
Lovely.
Love
all right.
you.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So that's a new feature on our show. It's called the phone call
Lynn
from the...
Hear Rob feature. We'll put someone here on this mic, and yet she can't hear the master broadcaster.
Right.
Because why would we want that?
No, I don't know. Now that I think about it, you're right. We wouldn't want that. So again...
But her timing was incredibly impeccable.
Yes, it was. Almost as if it had been planned, but it truly was not. So...
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen...
Wonder why you're the side.
Well, and I'm not the master broadcaster. I've never claimed to be.
Yeah.
So
Well, by the way, what flavor beverage are you consuming today?
This is
in the lounge. By the way, don't tell people that they're they're in the lounge.
Right.
Like Lynn was just in the lounge.
Yeah. What did I? Oh, I see. Like on the right. Absolutely.
Right. When
You're
someone
correct.
joins us here on this show,
They've joined us in the lounge.
On the lounge show. They're just in the lounge.
Right. On the lounge, they would be on the roof, and we wouldn't be able to interact with them.
Right. Fixing the satellite dish. So what's our flavor today?
This is Samuel Adams Rebel IPA.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's economical, and it's not a bad IPA. So, and I say economical, what's the word?
With an economy of words.
With its perspective. Our show used to be about, we did many shows about the ridiculous price of beer and how it's gone up. Somewhat like cigarettes, right? And so now it's like I'm looking at beer and it's like $8.99. Okay, that's not too bad. What? No.
Yeah, right. It's ridiculous.
What happened?
When I drink, but you know what my beer costs? It costs $12 a six-pack.
Yeah.
But it packs a wallop.
Right. It's return on investment or something like that.
It's 9.5.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for beer.
A little syrupy for me. I can do one. We're talking about...
When you first drink it, you go, this is good. And then, like, the last couple of visits, you go, oh, Golden Monkey's in the fridge. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to get some wine.
I do seem to go in phases. I was just thinking the other day when Killian's Red, back in the day, was like the best beer on the planet to me. And then it became, I only drank it when I went and played pool in my pool league because it was the best of the choices at the bar. And now... pretty much wouldn't drink it, I don't think. I mean, I might just for old time's sake. But there's just so much, you just can't go backwards. Same with wine. Like I used to drink the Yellowtail. We talked about this recently.
Right.
Those big 1.5 liter bottles. And back in those days, I was like, why would anyone spend $20? You could $8 and it's like 2 bottles of wine.
I drank a lot of Budweiser in my day, and those days are gone.
Yeah, I never thought they'd leave you. I never thought the day would come.
I drank a lot of Budweiser.
Yeah, even when you were a grown adult and knew better.
And I had money.
And there were craft brews on the market. There were choices. It's like the Pepsi of beers.
So you choose Budweiser. Yes.
Okay.
I do. Every now and then you need an RC. That's the point of this conversation.
Royal Crown.
Now and then you need a Royal Crown, baby.
Royal Crown is good. And I'll tell you what, though. In college, it was Big K. I think Big K, the Kroger brand.
Kroger brand cola.
Because it was like 59 cents for 2 liters or something. And days were so much simpler then. Even when
my daughter is now, well, you see, your daughters are, that dog is so damn cute.
I'm holding Cody, the happy dog, in my lap, and Rob and I are actually connected via Google video call because he could not get Skype to work.
No, Skype would not work. You make that sound like it was Rob's. He couldn't get it to work implies that I was doing something incorrectly, and that's not the point here. Skype decided to go crap the bed. That's what happened there. And so Bob and I, being the geniuses that we are, went another route. We took the higher technological road. That's what we did here.
Yeah.
And so we're using the Google.
So we're connected that way, and that way we're sort of like face to face and can see each other, even though I can't see me right now. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, because I'm.
I can see me. I got a little.
No. I know. I've got the Spreaker console, the broadcasting console up, and it's kind of blocking my particular picture. Anyway, so here we are, the return of the lounge after. I mean, we've done a couple of little Spreaker lounges when I've come out to Atlanta, and we just say, hey, let's do a show, and we, But today, and it's been going on my other Spreaker channels, very disorganized. But today was about putting the lounge show back on the map in a big way. Creating a proper website, a proper YouTube channel, a proper SoundCloud, Spreaker, all these different accounts that are just for us, just so that this show can get out there and get the audience it deserves. It so richly deserves. And then the advertisers will come and we'll just make money and buy boats and then sell them, and it's going to be awesome.
Your tone reeks with cynicism and silliness.
Well, silliness for sure. Cynicism, no.
the lounge, in its inception, during its early days, we did this for those who are just joining us new. A couple old broadcasters who hated broadcast rules, so that's why the lounge